Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Mini Healing. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a snowy, slushy couple days where I am. And there's Mary. Hope I've got Dexter here. Oh, he's got his little sweater on. He has not liked the weather because his little bare naked paws, and he doesn't have a lot of hair on his legs. So as he's walking through the yard in the slush, it's extra cold. I think he would have rather had snow than slush. Wow, Mary, that's a lot. So we had maybe 4 or 5 inches the first day and then like 4 inches overnight. So yeah, I could use a hot tub right about now. I'm in some discomfort from my snowblower work. So I'm glad we won't have snow for a couple more days. But yeah, it's been a day. So I'm a little tired because I signed up for this what's called a hypnosis summit. So I feel like I've been watching like TV for days and days and days because there's like 10 to 15 different presentations every day, and it's all recorded. And I can't watch on the TV because it's only through their website. So I'm watching on my laptop. But there's some really interesting things I've been watching. But I'm almost a little overwhelmed because it's a lot. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Especially you've got the perfect place in the wilderness there, Mary. What are you doing? Sometimes he's quite cute. And he knows it. Oh, there's Marina. Welcome, Marina. I hope you are doing well. Tonight will just sort of be an ordinary night. We're going to do, maybe we should do, let's maybe look at some inherited trapped emotions. I haven't done that in quite a while. If there's anything else that you want to look at, let me know. But yeah, let's do some inherited trapped emotions after the first healing pulse, and that'll be good. So Duncan is sleeping next to me. Everybody's tired from out running. It's really warm here. It's like mid-30s, so everything's just slushy wet. And there is Joan. Welcome, Joan. Are you with us for the evening, Joan, or are you gonna cut out a little bit early? So at 10 minutes after, so in another minute, we will start with our first healing pulse. And then we will jump right into individual healing. How are you looking? Huh? You see Dexter's nails? He got his nails done last week. Duncan did too. Nice. Well, glad you're here. Have you moved yet, Joan, or is that going to be in a few weeks? Oh, sorry. Oh, it's been a long day. Yeah, for this summit thing, there's 3 more days of it. So I decided it was just too much pressure to watch all the ones I wanted to watch. So I ended up purchasing access for later, but still. Well, you'll find exactly the right person, Joan. I just know it. So let's start with our first healing pulse. Let me turn off the little ticker thing. And then we'll do... What are you doing, Dex? If I could... There you go. Maybe you should go lay down. You're distracting. Okay, so let's do our first healing pulse of the night. So with this, it is fabulous for anything physical. If you've got something emotional going on, think about where in your body do you feel that emotion. For instance, if you're feeling some anxiousness, where does that live in your body? For me, it is generally in my stomach. It makes me feel a little nauseous when I'm super anxious. So wherever you decide you want to send the energy, I want you to rub your hands together. Place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then I just want you to be open and allowing the energy to flow. So you're getting my healing energies that are going to your hands. And then you're also receiving your own healing frequencies. And those are going exactly to where it needs to go. With each breath in, the energy, the healing goes a little deeper. With each breath out, you are releasing something that you need to let go of, releasing something that doesn't belong. So just imagine it flowing. In for healing, out for release. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 1. I hope you did well. Let me know how you're doing there. And next we're going to start with, and there's Victoria. Welcome, Victoria. So I've got my little booklet where I keep track of all the healing events that we've got going on. I just can't believe December 15th. And the best part, the coolest part, it is show number 126 today. So yeah. So if you want, put in the comments what you would like to work on. And I'm going to do my regular, we'll do the big negativity list that has like 400 negative trapped emotions, but I also will do my inherited trapped emotion list. We'll see what comes up for you guys. All right. And so let me know what you want to work on. All right. So Mary wants to work on procrastination. That is sort of my issue too, Mary. There is so many things to do that I would rather do than certain things. All right. So let's see what list Mary is going to use. Oh, well, we're going to use the inherited list. Rage. Now, as I said, this is an inherited list, meaning that this has come from Mary's ancestors. So let's see where it started. So it started on your father's side. And next, let's see how many generations back it goes. 4 generations back. And so generally how this works is the same as a trapped emotion that it would in today's world. You have an emotion, a feeling, and instead of your body processing and releasing it, it hangs on to the energy of that emotion. And that energy stays within your body. But some emotions that are trapped are also passed down through their children. And so 4 generations back on Mary's father's side, he or could have been a she, had some rage, and that is tied to some procrastination. So let's work on releasing that. So we're going to release and remove rage from Mary's family. And so the intention is that it is released from anyone that inherited this from 4 generations back, the 3rd generation, 2nd, 1st, and the current generations. Plus, if Mary has children and grandchildren that have inherited this, we're also asking that it be released from all of them, the whole lineage. And not everyone in her family has this, but probably 60% or so. So many of them. And when you have rage, it makes it easier to be mad, and sometimes not even for a good reason. All right, so that's released. All right, Victoria wants to work on clarity. So let's put that down. All right, so let's see if we're going to just work on regular trapped emotions or inherited for Victoria. So Victoria, we're going to work on inherited. So victim consciousness. Let's see where this started. All right, Marina, I will put you down for that because Marina wants to work on having more emotionally close relationships. I like that. Okay, so victim consciousness for Victoria. Let's see where that started. Uh-oh, Mary was mad today? No way, Mary. Is that why this is coming up? You were triggered today? So Victoria, this started on your father's side. And let's see how far back it started. So 3 generations back, so that would have been like the great grandparent level. Oh, I bet with that long driveway you have, I bet it was sort of, you were probably up in the middle of the night and it was a pain in the patootie. Especially 2 days in a row. That's horrible. All right, so let's release this from Victoria and her entire family. So we're going to start with her great-grandparents, whoever it's initiated this trapped emotion. And we're going to work on removing from the 2nd generation, the 1st generation, the current generation, Any children and grandchildren? Releasing that too. Oh, Joan, I like that one. Joan wants to work on radiating love. That's very nice. Okay, so Marina is next. Marina wants to work on having more emotionally close relationships. Let's see what we're going to work on for her. And we're just going to work on her directly with my negative emotion list because there's something there that's playing a role. Oh my gosh, you had to get a chainsaw out at 3 a.m.? That just doesn't sound good, Mary. I think I would have gone back to bed. So, Marina, it's the word worried. Let me get an age on this. Age 7. So such a wee little one for having worried. Let's release that. Somehow that's playing a role in allowing you to get close. So that did release. And so with Joan, so Joan has a very positive focus. And so does Marina too. And so with this, I look to see if there's anything holding them back. And then because they've got the focus of positivity, I'm also going to reinforce this. So like with Marina, we're going to reinforce that it is easier to have more emotionally close relationships. And then with Joan, once we look to see if there's anything preventing this, then we'll work on expanding that she is radiating love. So let's just see if there's any. Oh, I'm getting that there's some inherited issues that would make it a little harder. So let's see what that is. So now this is inherited, and it's the energy of controlling. Let's see where this came from. So I'm getting father's side. Let's see, because it didn't start with father. So let's see how far back it went. So I'm getting 4 generations back. And so we're going to clear it from the 4th generation where it started, and then the 3rd generation, and then the 2nd, and then the 1st, releasing from Joan and any siblings, and then releasing from children, or if there are any cousins or grandchildren. All right, so that did release. Good. All right, what time is it? We have time for another round. So I'm going to go back around to the start. You are very welcome, Marina. All right, so we're going to go back to Mary. Mary's working on procrastination. I think it was good you procrastinated about cutting down trees in the dark. Very good thing, Mary. Oh no, Mary. Sounds like it was not a good day to be up and about at 3 a.m. All right, so here's another layer for Mary and procrastination. You are welcome, Joan. So, Mary, I'm getting the word sickness. Let's see, because I'm getting this is inherited. Let's see where this came from. Mother's side. Yes, it was very pretty. It was like stuck to all the trees and buildings, and everything was just sort of wet and icy. All right, so Mary, let's see how far back this went. So I'm getting this one's from your mother's side of the family. Let's see, did it start with mom? No. Another 4 generations back. So we're going to release the energy of sickness. So on Mary's mother's side, four generations back, 3 generations, 2 generations, 1 generation, releasing from Mary and any of her siblings that have this. Now releasing from the children, the cousins, the grandchildren. Okay, so I'm getting that released. Victoria is next. Victoria is working on clarity. Let's see if there's any other. No inherited issues currently tied to that. Although sometimes things need a while to process before other layers come up, but I am getting that there is another trapped emotion that's tied to this. And it's the word empty, Victoria. Let me get an age, because this one isn't inherited. This is yours. Around age 26, Victoria. Let's get rid of that. You are welcome, Mary. Okay, so that released. And next we're going on to Marina. Marina wants to work on having more emotionally close relationships. So let's see what we're going to work on with Marina. Not inherited. This is just a regular negative emotion. I'm getting the word withdrawn. Let's get an age. Somehow this is contributing for her resisting being close to people. Age 11. So let's release that. So that did release. And then we are reinforcing the positivity on Marina finding or being more emotionally close in relationships. And then Joan is next. All right, so let's see what we've got for Joan. Joan wants to work on just radiating love. And I do get another inherited issue. So let's see. And it's the word wrath, W-R-A-T-H. Let's see. Well, hopefully it'll get easier to be the opposite now, Marina, especially with those really young emotions removed. All right, so Joan, let's see. Is that your mother's side? Yes. So mother's side. Did it start with mom? No. So she inherited it too. So let's see where she got it from. So from grandparents. So let's see. So was it mother's mother? No, mother's father. So your grandpa Joan. So mother's side, grandpa. And let's get an age, because I think you knew your grandpa, right? So let's see what age he was when this got trapped. 19. So he was fairly young. So let's get rid of this. So releasing it from grandpa. Releasing it from the mother's generation and any siblings that she had, any children your grandpa had, and then releasing it from your mother's children and any children that your mother's siblings had, releasing it from Joan and your level, and then releasing from cousins, kids, grandkids of all levels. Okay, and now just reinforcing that Joan's going to be just radiating love. Cool, you're going to show up on satellite imagery, Joan. So let's do our next healing pulse. So with this, think about where you want to receive the energy. Rub your hands together and then place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Imagine my hands on yours. And then you are open and allowing that energy to flow. If you experience more energy when you do breath work, do your favorite breath. Or if you don't really know what one you want to do the box breath, where you breathe in deeply and hold. Breathe out deeply and hold. And it was probably a month ago I did a video on breath. So if you're curious about different breaths, that might be something you want to look through the video archives of. So just breathe in that energy. Okay, so that was healing pulse number 2. So I think next we'll look and see. Actually, I pulled a card for us today. So this is from the Raise Your Vibration Oracle cards. And this one, I really like the message. So it's you are not alone. So which is quite nice. So let me just sort of summarize. So it talks about everything in the universe being connected. You are connected to your angels, ancestors, current loved ones, even future generations. For that reason and many more, you are not alone. So just know that even when you feel alone, there is more support available to you than you realize. So the spiritual path isn't a solo path. You don't have to figure out everything out on your own. You don't have to carry a personal burden, and you don't have to hide your weaknesses in order to succeed. When this card comes to you, you are being guided to be open to welcoming in help, either by accepting it when offered or by asking for it when it is required. Allowing in support doesn't make you weak or wounded, it makes you strong and real. In fact, when you refuse support on a human level, there's a good chance you're building up walls to stop you from experiencing help on a spiritual level. It's time to remove those blockages so that you can experience the truth that you are never, ever alone. So when it lists, the vibe of the day is open up to help and support of all levels. So, yes. So, Joan, you have said you're looking for help. And I'm glad you put that in writing because the universe listens. And so you just need to mention it to people, and someone will come back to you with a name. Or you will be drawn to someone that would be a good fit to help you. So let's do. So we're going to do the group negative beliefs. Wonderful, Joan. Bring that energy in. So I'm getting that there are 2 negative group beliefs. So let me know what those, I'll tell you what they are, and then we'll clear them. I don't exist. All right, that sounds familiar. Was that from last? No, that must have been from a while ago. Oh, like 3 weeks ago. I don't exist. So let's see what percent of people have I don't exist that are going to watch this video. Half. So at some point, half of the people that are watching this video at some point feel that they don't exist. So let's release that. Releasing that. And then let's do the other one. I'm nothing. Let's see what percent people have that. 40%. So let's release that. So that released. Okay, so last week we started a little bit of a change using the positive emotions, and I thought it was sort of fun. So I think we're going to try it again this week. So I would like you to put a positive emotion that you want to reinforce, and then I will find 2 more that go with it, and then I'll help you reinforce all 3. So just put your emotion in the comments, and I will find 2 more. Yeah, that seemed sort of fun last week. So we will try that. Everybody's so quiet. Duncan, who usually makes an appearance, has been sleeping. And Dexter, that's him, this little lump there. Everybody's so quiet. Did everyone leave? Are you thinking of your words? Oh, good. So Mary's got worthy. So I will find two more. And Victoria's got connecting with spirit. Oh, Marina, you have a good excuse. It's like the middle of the night where you're at. Okay. All right. So Mary gets worthy, and let's see what else. I need to go to the other page. So Marina, did you have a word? There you go. So valuable. Okay. All right. So let's see what Mary gets. Oh, Mary, I like these. All right. So Mary's word that she contributed was worthy, and she got rooted and vital. I like all three of those together. Very nice. So reinforcing worthy, rooted, and vital. Very nice. All right. Victoria, you are next. Victoria's words, connecting with spirit. Let's see what she gets. Oh, Victoria, this is nice too. So Victoria's words, connecting with spirit, so that's hers. And then we're adding to it interested and flowing. I like that flowing, especially with the other two. You are welcome, Mary. All right, so that reinforced. All right, Marina, let's see what else you get. So Marina got self-valuable. And I know there's another word for it. I initially thought self-importance, but that's not quite the same. So I'm just going to keep it at self-valuable because I think that explains it, even though I know there's another word for it. All right, so let me see what. Ooh, I like this one. Very interesting. So Marina's got self-valuable and then open-hearted, and then she also got vital. So we've got some vital women in this group. So reinforcing self-valuable, open-hearted, and vital. I think that is a good word, Marina, and I really like the open-hearted and the vital. I think they go very well together. So wonderful. So let's do our third and final healing pulse. And then we'll see if we might end a little early. It's pretty quiet tonight, isn't it? So let's rub your hands together and place your hands exactly where you want to receive the energy. Now, like for me, I've got some back things going on because of my wonderful snowblower experiences the last couple days. So because I can't exactly reach and it's a bigger area than my hands can cover, I'm going to just actually imagine that there are multiple hands on my back where I've got some soreness, some stiffness, and then I'm going to imagine my hands on those hands. And so if you can't reach the area that you want to send energy to, just imagine, because your intention is powerful. And then my hands will follow the energy trail, and just breathe in that healing. For those of you who are sensitive, you might feel warm, you might feel tingles, you might feel an ease in the discomfort. But most importantly, just allow it. Let it do what it needs to do. Just breathe that in. Okay, so that was the third healing pulse, and I just feel like I should be able to crack my back. Yes, that helps even me sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. All right, so here's my little commercial for tonight. So the holidays are coming up, but most importantly, January is a month where many people go back to thinking about themselves and doing some self-healing, self-care, because November and December are typically months where they're not focused at all on their own personal health. And so January is a great month to book a session with me. So through the end of the month, I have specials on, I've got an hour-long holistic healing session, and included is a pet session, and that's $99. And then I've got specials on my metaphysical hypnosis. If you've never had that before with me, the regular rate is $299. And then there's a $50 off coupon if you have had the metaphysical hypnosis with me and want to repeat. That the repeats have a price of $199, and then you can get $50 off of that. And I had an inquiry about teaching Reiki in January and February. So if you or someone that you know would be interested, please let them know and let me know, because I'm trying to schedule the best weekend possible for everyone. So please reach out. And I was asked to be part of this sort of summit where people that are healers and other type of things are going to be interviewed and give little presentations. So I'm still trying to pull together what I'm going to talk about. So if you have anything you want me to focus on that you are curious about, let me know. I have an idea of what I might focus on, since this is going to air in February. And so I might do something that has an appeal for people in February. So we'll see. But we're going to do the aura strengthening. And what I like about this a lot is that the stronger your aura, the easier it is to repel negativity. And also, especially if you put some reflectivity in this, so your aura shines like a mirror. If someone's spewing some negativity, some hate, it bounces back to them. So you might feel it somewhat, but with a strong aura, you don't feel it as much. And then they get it back on them too. So let's go ahead and do that. So with this, if you want to use healing pulse energy to add to your own energy frequencies, feel free. You just basically, when you rub your hands together, just imagine that you're pulling in the healing pulse energy. If you decide you just want to use your own personal healing frequency, which I highly encourage you to work with, basically you just start the energy by rubbing your hands together and then start beaming. And so with this, so I'm just imagining the energy coming out of my hands. So if you're not familiar with healing, so each palm has a chakra, and this is where the energy typically comes. But the most important thing is intention. So if you're intending that the energy come out of your hands into your aura, that's what's going to happen. So with me, I'm going to add some reflectivity. Just releasing. So if you're not used to this, you might not feel anything, but some people, your hands sort of pulse or tingle, or they might get hot, or every once in a while I run into someone that their hands get cold. So just breathe that out. Okay, so that was aura strengthening. Let me know how you did. It's been a nice quiet night, but some really cool things came up. Every once in a while I do like doing the generational thing. Although I think sometime in the future we'll probably just do a very quick past life thing with the emotion and maybe how many lifetimes ago it was for you. Because that's different than inherited, ancestral. And not everyone believes in that, but I've given enough metaphysical hypnosis sessions with regressions to really believe in how powerful working with your past lives can be. I just had one this week that was like, I'm still thinking about it. It's been a few days, and it was with a fellow hypnosis practitioner. She is in Ireland. We're doing a trade, so I regressed her Tuesday, and just the things that came up about helping her and her business and shifting her thoughts so life isn't quite so hard was very surprising. Yeah, so just very interesting. I'm still really sort of in awe of the whole thing. Oh, Mary, I'm so glad you feel lighter. So that is wonderful. So I will be here next week, next Thursday, December 22nd, and we will do more healing. So if you would like a session, I'm pretty flexible through the month of December. Let me know. And generally, if you want a session, I can usually get you in within a day or two. Goodbye, Joan. I hope you find the right person to help you and everything just falls into place. Yes. Happy almost holiday week. So wonderful. So let me know if you have any questions. I do give free 15-minute consultations for the work that I do. If you've got questions about Reiki, the metaphysical hypnosis, or even things like the emotion code, just let me know. We'll schedule something. But I hope you have a great weekend and a fabulous week, and I will see you next Thursday, hopefully. Have a really wonderful night. Bye.